All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Newsfeed video for you here. This one, new information on a 2027 Silverado. The WT looks like it is finally getting LED lights from the factory. However, we're not 100% sure. They're going on still spy photos that we're seeing here from GM Authority. But also notice we're looking at still getting a option of a standard cab long bed option in here too. So that's a very nice feature. We're excited to see this, that we're getting these kind of configurations here still. So very, very good news there. Love the steel wheels for testing it. It's pretty sweet. But General Motors is preparing to launch the next generation of Silverado 1500 light-duty pickup in conjunction with the 2027 model year. And there's a lot of updates that it's going to get. New styling, new Gen 6 small block V8, new interior, and much more. In addition, the upcoming 27 Silverado work truck trim is expected to equip new LED lighting, making it a first for the entry-level trim. We love this trend. This is how it should be. I believe LED lighting, blind spot monitoring, lane departure, and adaptive cruise control should be in every single vehicle. Actually, not lane departure. I don't care about lane departure or adaptive cruise control. Cross traffic alert on your cameras, pedestrian alert. Those are very, very cool features. Like we have that in Tina's, Colorado. And when I'm in a parking lot, even before I see a car coming, like if I'm backing out of a parking spot, before I see a car coming, it knows it's coming and it's alerting it to me. Same with people. If people are walking back there, that pedestrian and cross traffic alert from behind, I think is vitally important. Any of these things that are saving lives in parking lots, especially down here where people drive 100 miles an hour through a parking lot, this stuff is important. I think these vehicles should have it. I think LED light, blind spot monitoring, all of these things are just vitally important safety features that we should all have today. And it should be on every trim. You should not be just for the rich to be able to have that, because usually it's a poor person that is being struck by the person in the truck that might or might not be rich, and therefore it's the poor person that pays the price because of this. So I think it should be mandatory on every kind of capability. And I don't mean that as I'm just saying that it's stereotypically, it could be anybody. It could be somebody walking down the road at night that gets hit. It could be, so many variables that you can't see because your lights aren't that good. Could be a deer jumping out and across the road. Could be a million different things. But it's always the people that have the rich trucks that get all the bells and whistles. Okay? The people that buy the cheaper versions of the trucks don't get that stuff. It should be against the law. It should be a law that says if there's a safety tech out there, vehicles should have the safety tech, my opinion. And they're showing here, they say recent spy shots reveal camo-clad regular prototype with clear evidence of LED lighting. Most of the front end's hidden. We know all that kind of stuff. Says these light mirrors Chevy's typical two-tier light structure, design cue already seen across the Bowtie brand lineup. The new LED lights marks a major shift for the WT trim, which is currently equipped with halogen headlights, halogen daytime running lights, and incandescent taillight bulbs. LED lights are so far remained exclusive to the upper trims. Again, they try to nickel and dime you with that stuff, force you into bigger trims for options. Should not be taillights, fine. Okay, headlights, no. Should be LED headlights. It says prototype could be also an LT trim, they're saying, so we don't know. However, it seems unlikely at this point given the regular cab configuration. So they're pretty legit on this and thinking. They say the new light upgrade aligns with broader efforts to modernize the Silverado lineup in the face of its fierce competition from the F-150 and the Ram 1500 and the Tundra. Beyond obvious safety benefits, it can also go a long way to make it look current. I think it's a great move. I think it's a step in the right direction. I cannot wait to see what they do with this truck. I am so excited to see this new engine in this new truck and what they do with it and what Chevy pulls together here. I cannot wait. And in this one here, comparison, one is better, or one is a better engine, the other is a Hemi. Of course, I had to read it when I saw this. That grabs your attention and immediately makes you go, what? Well, I mean, that's a bold headline. Okay, comparing the 2026 Ram 1500 engines, you got the V8 or boosted inline 6. One is a better engine, the other is a Hemi. Powerful statement. Let's look at it. 2025 model year came with a huge change. You got the option for, you lost a V8 there, and then you got the option for the twin turbo 3-liter inline 6 that came out. That was what was there. Kaniska said we screwed up. The brand moved swiftly to rectify that mistake in 2026. Brought back the 5.7 Hemi for 2026 as an option with all trims. So what does this come down to? Truck buyers love the V8s. Many and may blanch at the words like twin turbocharged or inline 6. But part of the reason Ram made the switch in 2025 is effectively it's a better engine. And a Ram buyer is now clamoring to pay more to get less with the Hemi. And on paper, they're legit, but they dive into it. Here's your numbers. Here's the Ram specs. Horsepower. Okay, you're going 395, you're going to 420 with the twin turbo. So you're losing 25 horsepower. You're also losing 60 pound-feet of torque, which is huge, going from the standard output to the 5.7. So huge power loss. And if you look at the high output, which you can get in some of the trims, look at the difference there. Insane differences. So they go on and they talk about that a little bit. Now they also, towing, when it comes to towing here, the 5.7 Hemi, you get 11,330 pounds. You get 300 pounds more for the twin turbo, probably because of weight difference. And with this one, you with the high output, you get you're even lower because it's high output. But again, probably has to do with the weight difference. But look at even the payload. Okay, you get 200 pounds more payload with the twin turbo, which that's technically, it's 20% difference there. So pretty interesting when you look at the reality here of the difference in these. What else we got on this? The Hurricane 6 delivers better fuel economy. Let's look at a fuel economy. Here it is for you right here. The 5.7 Hemi, 16, 20, and 18. The twin turbo, look at the highway, 24. Okay, you're only up 1 here and there, but on a highway when you're cruising and you're doing long trips, look at that, 4 mpg better. That is massive. The high output, a little bit less in there, so nothing too crazy. And then when it comes to buying it, okay, did they give us, they did not here, but the prices, the V8 Hemi is $2,900 more expensive than the Pentastar V6, and it costs $1,200 more than the Hurricane standard output. So you're paying $1,200 additional dollars to technically get less engine. Okay, less performance, less towing, less gas mileage in that engine. So, but people are going to say they want it, and I understand that. Just saying, that's the reality. You're paying more to get less. Ram expects Hemi V8 to be a popular option on a 1500. The brand is anticipating 25 to 40% V8 take among Ram customers. High percentage of that V8 share from the Ford F1, and it's also going to take a higher percentage from the F-150 V8 guys too. They don't get too many. There's not a lot of Coyote 5.0s being sold anymore in a truck. Early returns suggest Ram estimations may be accurate, as Ram sold more than 10,000 V8-powered 1500s during the first 24 hours of availability for ordering. But that's what Ram is expecting, is 25 to 40% of the V8s are what they are planning on people buying. On paper, it's hard to make a rational case for the Hemi V8 for a 2026 Ram. The Hurricane is excellent to drive. The Hurricane SO delivers more power and torque, is well better for towing and payload ratings, all while being more affordable. But as our own Joel Stockdale noted in his review of the Hemi V8 Ram, the rational case won't matter to many customers. And that is true. People just want their V8s, and no denying that, and nobody's arguing with that. Everybody loves their V8s. But, when we take our emotions out of it, this i6 is one wicked motor. This is one incredibly great motor. And again, me taking my emotional side out, I would choose the inline 6 over the V8 5.7 myself personally. Let me know what you're thinking down below. Thanks for watching.